What are a few ways that I can maximize the income on my Austin rental property investment? Hey everybody, it's Jonathan Sempsrott here with Keyrenter Property Management, based here in beautiful Austin, Texas. Today I want to give you 6 different ways that you can do just that and maximize the income coming off of your rental property. Item number 1 that I'll cover, and this is that cleanliness matters. Removing clutter, increasing curb appeal is really going to boost that rental price that you're able to get for your property. And so think that through when you go to think about listing a home for rent, making sure that things like a power wash has been completed or landscaping has been cut back, things of that nature. You just want to make sure that it's as clean as possible, both outside of the home, particularly in the front areas of the home, as well as the interior areas also. Having that really clean presentation is going to really boost the potential rent that you can get off of the property. Item number 2, eliminating super custom features that perhaps you have put into the property that you love and value highly, but these items often need a lot of maintenance over time. They take special attention, care, which translates to expenses, repair expenses, to keep these items functional. I can think of countless examples of potential clients that we've spoken with that have these items in their homes. And these things, while again, might be amazing if you personally live in the home and want to use these items, they're just not great for a rental property. And they just take extra, again, time, attention, and money, which you don't really want to do and is certainly not going to produce more income for you. So think those things through and just make it as widely appealing as you possibly can. Item number 3, keeping your appliances in great condition and providing a really nice appliance package. Appliances are something that's a little bit intangible and hard to sort of put a value on, but I think what I have seen is when someone walks into a property looking to potentially rent this home, that the appliances are nice, matching, they're new, they're fairly modern, they're not someone's cast-offs that nobody wants anymore. That communicates a message to that potential tenant that you as the property owner have put really a lot of care into it, and you want to present a widely appealing property that has been well cared for. And so this really goes a long way, in my opinion, towards boosting your potential rent that you can get from that home. Item number 4, this one's a little bit controversial, but I do feel strongly about it. I think it's potentially one of the strongest movers in the list, allowing pets in your rental property. We do encounter folks from time to time that say, you know what, I've got a family member that's allergic to a cat, let's say, or other animals, and we'd just rather not have that issue there. We'd like to have a home that it's pet free. Additionally, we feel a little concerned that pets could potentially do damage to a property, and that is, there's some validity in that statement, of course. What we have seen is no pets allowed properties are oftentimes the hardest to rent. They also tend to rent for a little bit less money because you're searching for a pool of tenants that frankly is fairly small. In Austin, I believe that this is even true nationwide, but certainly in the Austin area, it's very, very true. About 75% of tenants, potential tenants, are going to have a pet of some kind. And so those folks love their pets, of course, and they want to be in a home where that pet is welcomed. And so if you're marketing a home for no pets allowed, then you're sort of left with that smaller remaining pool of potential applicants that, it's going to be a little bit harder, and it's probably going to be a little less attractive. Someone that does have a pet and finds a home that does welcome pets, they're going to be willing to potentially pay a little bit more money for that as well. I'll also note, while I'm on this topic, I want to put to rest some of the concerns about pets doing damage. While that's certainly always a possibility, our experience has told us that is rare. It's not often the case that there is extra damage done. We do, here at Keyrenter at least, we provide a special pet damage guarantee, which sort of takes some of that risk out of allowing a pet, so that helps. Not everyone's going to offer that, of course, but certainly ask your property manager if you're using one, if they have a program like that. We have just found that potential for damage from a pet is actually quite low in practice. It has happened a few times across our 10 years of experience. We've had a few of those cases, but it is fairly rare. So hopefully that gives you a little bit of comfort. Item number 5. This is also perhaps a little bit controversial, oddly enough, eliminating smart devices or smart features in your home. A lot of folks spend a lot of money putting in smart appliances or features into the home, Ring doorbells, cameras, automated blinds that operate only via an app, for example, or based on the sunrise, sunset pattern. There's lots of really cool features that people will put into their own personal residence. Their expectation is when a tenant moves in, they're also going to love those features equally as much. And oftentimes that is not the case. So I'll use the blind example just because I just mentioned it. That's a good kind of case study. We did have a home probably a year back or so that we onboarded and started to work with. This home was a very high-end home. The rent of that was very high. It was very modern, appealing, and a very attractive area of Austin. And the owner had spent thousands of dollars installing this custom set of blinds throughout the entire property, kind of floor-to-ceiling windows with these motorized blinds that were smart based on, again, sunrise, sunset sort of patterns, an app that controlled it, very customizable. You could pick which window you wanted to lower or raise at a certain times in the day. Again, highly customized. But that app was very buggy, and it oftentimes was very challenging to work with. And so you would have certain blinds that would work, certain blinds that would not work, tenants that would then call back in and request tech support, try to figure out why this app is not working. There was no other way to activate the blinds except for the app. And so this became a real headache. And what turned from a potential, like, amazing smart feature that this owner had spent thousands of dollars on turned into kind of a nightmare, frankly. And it became expensive as well for the owner to have to come back in, provide tech support, figure out what was actually working, which motors in the blinds were still functional versus not, etc. So it became expensive. It became frustrating for all parties involved. And so, would that home rent for more money with standard blinds? Nice, but standard, mechanical blinds versus these smart blinds? Absolutely not. It's not going to produce $1 more of income. So if you look at it from that angle, it ended up costing the owner a lot more money. And so my advice would be, if you're in that position, think through what devices you currently have that you might think, this is really cool. It's a smart home. It's got all these features that actually presents a barrier for tenants. Even maybe a tenant that's not super tech savvy, right? There's those folks that are out there that struggle with that. Now they're going to expect you as the property owner to provide support for them to make all those devices work, which you really don't want to do. And you're certainly not paid to do that. So that would be my encouragement there. Last but not least, number 6 on the list, this would be if you are someone that would like to maximize your income, but maybe you just don't feel like you have the expertise to really put all that together, and you're just wondering what pitfalls are out there that you don't know about. My recommendation would be to locate a really good quality property manager. It doesn't have to be us, wherever you're located or at across the country. Find someone that you trust, that you have vetted, and you feel like is best operating by best practices, and engage with those folks, because oftentimes, although you're paying them money, right, to manage your property, they're oftentimes eliminating a lot of the heartaches that you might have to go through on your own to learn some of these costly lessons yourself. And so oftentimes, by engaging with a professional in that manner, you can actually end up boosting your net income coming off of your rental property. Hopefully that helps. Hopefully you found this video useful. If so, please like the video and subscribe to our channel. We'd love to stay connected with you guys over time. So thanks so much for watching, and have a great day.